I was living outside of London for a couple of years, just finishing school. And then I moved back to London, and I'm really glad that I did, because that's when I started to notice that, things were changing, or rather progressed with my mother. And before I knew it, I became primary caregiver 24/7. I was experiencing caregiver burnout. Step one was just to validate my thoughts and my feelings. And that opened the door to the next steps, right? To look into resources and support and everything else. It does happen in these sort of gradual and subtle ways, and you yourself don't even realize. Sometimes it's just important to treat yourself and just kind of be conscious of, okay, when was the last time I did something for myself? It's definitely one of the lessons, it took me a long time to learn, that you can't be a good caregiver if you are not taking care of yourself. One of the main challenges is getting my family to understand the gravity of the situation, and that mom does need a lot more help than they might realize. Some people with dementia, they do appear rather high functioning. They can sit here and have a conversation with you exactly like how I'm doing, right? But there's so many other activities of daily living that aren't happening. So it's easy for maybe other family members or people who aren't there all the time to be like, oh, you're just, being rather dramatic about the whole thing, or this is just you being a control freak and you really want things done a certain way, not realizing that the individual just needs a lot more help in those day-to-day tasks. I've always been extremely close with my mom. Prior to her, getting dementia, she was like, the best friend that I tell her everything, and we go shopping and we help each other pick out our outfits, and we had that kind of a relationship. The dynamic has changed, and a lot of things have changed about our relationship, and that's one of the things that I kind of had to come to terms with when I found out about her diagnosis. And now that I've gone through it for a few years, I can see that, we are creating these happy memories together, because you can still have them even if that person is in that different stage in their life. It's about keeping an open mind and adapting.